guys, how's it going? Hey, I hope you guys are doing well. Hey, welcome to another episode of the Film Life Vlog. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope your Christmas was great. If you're like me, you're looking forward to a new year, you're looking forward to a fresh start, and you're looking forward to possibly implementing some new plans and new ideas. So lately I have been looking at some digital cameras, believe it or not. For those of you that have been following this vlog, you know that I've been talking about setting up my own business, and I am really at the cusp right now of getting that started. So I have been researching into gear. It's basically a multimedia company that I'm setting up, and I have been looking at some gear. I have been researching different cameras, cinematic cameras, lenses, and the likes. I've been looking at the Blackmagic pocket cinema camera. That's one that is at the top of my list right now. I've also been looking at the Panasonic GH5S and the GH5. And also there's another one that is the Sony A7 III, and also the A7R3. And as I was researching this, I was really amazed at how far digital photography and digital technologies have gotten. I mean, some of these cameras will give you up to 15 stops of dynamic range. I mean, think about it. That is simply incredible, right, for digital camera. And I was thinking about it. Oftentimes as film photographers, we talk about some of the advantages of shooting film, and oftentimes we want to delve into some of the technical stuff, and we talk about film having a wider dynamic range than digital. But to be honest with you, that is no longer the case. We can no longer make that argument for film having a wider dynamic range. It has to be more than that. For people to be inclined or have any incentive to shoot film in 2019 and beyond, I think that there has to be a lot more than us talking about dynamic range, or even talking about the archival qualities of film. Because to be honest with you, the technologies have developed to a point where even the printers, when they print photos, they have archival qualities similar to film now. The photos can last as long as 100 years. It's not been tested because, I mean, the technology is young, but at least that's what they're projecting, right? To be honest, as digital technologies get more and more advanced, there's less of an incentive to shoot film. But here is the rub. I still think, and this is why I'm making this video, that regardless of the advances in digital technologies, there is still very good reason for everyone to shoot film in 2019. The reason why I'm making this video is that as I was going through some of these discoveries and thought processes, I started weighing, why am I shooting film versus digital? It occurred to me that, you know what? I shoot film because I enjoy shooting film. I enjoy shooting film a lot more than digital. That is the primary thing. However, there's also one thing that happened to me that really cemented why I shoot film. An incident happened just a few days ago. I was trying to reimage my operating system, because my operating system, Windows 10, is currently on a small SSD drive. I thought I was being careful. I took note of the disk, but what happened is that disk, there were two disks that were from the same manufacturer and they were very similar. So I chose one instead of the other, and that one got reformatted. Guess what happened? That disk actually had all my photos that I had that I've taken in the recent past. Fortunately for me, I had some backups of some of the older photos, not the most recent ones. But guess what? The more recent photos have all mostly been film photos, and I was lucky because guess what? I shoot film, And even though I lost all those digital files, I still have all of these. Look at that. These are my hard drives, right? Every single one of these has information, tons of megabytes and gigabytes of information that is stored in these things, right? And I have all my photos archived right here. So guess what? Even though I lost my files, all is not lost. I have my information, I have the negatives, and I can rescan them at my will. I just lost a whole hard drive filled with images, and I had backups up to 2 years ago when I really switched over to film. But ever since then I didn't do any backup. So I still have the really old pictures on another drive, which I need to now do another backup of that drive as well. I mean, think about it. If you have images on one drive, you could lose that drive. And what do you do then, right? Because most of us don't print our photos. Most of us just keep our photos on these drives, right? So if you're not printing, and if you don't have negatives, if you lose your hard disk, what are you gonna do? Right? What are you gonna do with all your family's memories? And it will be gone, just like that. And that almost happened to me. Had I not had these negatives, I would be quite upset, because that's 2 years of photos that I would have really lost. So I'm actually quite happy, and that really highlighted and reinforced why I shoot film. And I thought that I would share this with you guys as well, because we shoot film and we enjoy it. That's number one, because you have to actually enjoy it. And for me, I thoroughly enjoy shooting film. I enjoy working in the developing film and seeing it appear in front of me. That is just a beautiful thing. I also enjoy printing in the darkroom. You know, it's that working with your hands and feeling like you have actually made something, right? You're part of the process, and that makes it worthwhile. So I think as we get into a new year, 2019, film is still very relevant. If you are not shooting film, if you're shooting digital, I mean, no hate here. I think digital cameras, especially the new ones, are just amazing, mind-blowing stuff. I think you should continue shooting digital, but I would also encourage you that as you shoot digital, pick up a film camera and start interspersing that with some film, and you would actually be surprised at how much you probably would enjoy the whole process. I spent Christmas shooting my family with this beautiful camera here, and I just talked about this camera in my recent video. I talked about how this is my favorite automatic camera, and that is the Minolta Maxim 7000 camera here. And if you're coming from digital, if you're shooting digital and you're thinking film cameras are old and archaic and they're hard to deal with, pick up a camera like this, because a camera like this enables you to shoot with some of the luxuries that you have as a digital photographer. It has autofocus, certainly not as advanced as the new digital cameras, but it works. Trust me, it works. And you'll be able to actually enjoy the process. This camera is heavy duty, it's well built, possibly a better build quality than any of the digital cameras out there for sure. And it is excellent. You would really enjoy it, and you would enjoy the look of the images that you get from a camera like this. So the question was, is film still relevant in 2019? And the answer is yes, absolutely yes. Primarily for two reasons. You're gonna enjoy the process, and also you get your negatives. And your negatives, if you store them in a safe place, you're gonna be guaranteed that you'll have them for a very, very long time. Hey, so I just want to thank you for watching this video. If you want to support this channel and the work that I do here, there's a link to my Patreon page down in the description of this video. You can contribute as little as $1 a month, and that will go a long way to support the work that I do on this channel. Until the next time, guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I probably will see you guys in the new year. Take care.